DreAllDay.com.
Now tuned in to the show where you learn the discipline to show up day after day to do the work, the confidence to put yourself out there boldly and authentically, and the mental toughness to continue showing up, doing the work, putting yourself out there, even when the success you've expected to achieve is yet to be achieved. And on top of all this, get a huge dose of personal initiative, which is the go-getter energy that moves any one of us, including yourself, to go and make things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. And we put all this together into one bundle, one package, one mindset, one method, one philosophy, one book, one university, one approach, one framework, one daily masterclass. It is called Work on Your Game. The reason why we teach you to work on your game, so you can actually put yourself out there and get paid. Get the ROI for your game, whatever form you expect to get it from, and so you can feel the pride of knowing that you have actually maximized your potential. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day, and welcome to the show. And today's topic, right along the lines of that, as every topic is are you your biggest fan? This is a question, all right? This is not a statement. Are you your biggest fan? In episode number 81, way back in 2016, I asked you the question, are you even a fan of yourself? I also addressed this and talked about this in a chapter of my book, Work on Your Game, which you can get at workonyourgamebook.com. Are you even a fan of yourself? And the reason why I asked this question is because I found that a lot of people are not as big a fan of themselves as they are of other people. Some people are not fans of themselves at all. Some people, actually, that's basically the two categories. This is essentially what we're talking about here today, about where your energy and focus are going. Since we can see everybody's business these days, right? Even the businesses of people who are just talking about other people's businesses, we can see, when I say see people's business, what I mean is we can see what they're doing or what they want us to know they're doing or what they're claiming to do. Sometimes we get distracted. Some of us get distracted more than others. And some people spent their entire lives distracted, all right? Going back and forth with other people that they don't know, arguing over people that they don't know, and people who don't know them, have never heard of them, and wouldn't do any arguing on your behalf, but you might be out there arguing on their behalf. They don't even know who you are. They don't even know that you exist. And I think this distraction is only exacerbated by the fact that we all have devices that allow us to connect and see what everybody else has going on every single day. We can see whatever business anybody else wants to put out there at all times. And this leads to a lot of distractions on our parts. And even worse than a distraction, because listen, I can get distracted too. But the worst part of that distraction is when the distraction becomes that we're not even paying attention to ourselves anymore. We're just focused on what other people have going on or what other people are doing. And supporting other people is a great thing. All right, seeing other people that inspire you and that motivate you and can help move you to action and help you be a better version of yourself. Those are all great things. But understand, at some point, you got to stop watching the TV of what everybody else is doing, and you got to start putting on your own programming of what you're doing. You got to start turning to your own network and focusing on what you're doing so that maybe, just maybe, you can get some people to start watching you. So that's what the topic is today. Again, this is a question that I'm going to help you answer. Are you your biggest fan? And if you don't like the answer that you come up with based on what I'm going to share here today, I'm also going to tell you what you can do to start changing it. Point number one, topic once again, are you your biggest fan? I wrote this in my book, Work on Your Game, as I said. Some people out there, some of you who are listening to me right now, will ride harder, spend more time defending and advocating for LeBron James or Barack Obama or Beyonce harder than you even do for yourself. Then you wonder why your shit isn't working, because you're spending the majority of your time, of your energy, your effort, or at least more of it than you spend on yourself. You're spending arguing for a person who, again, isn't asking you for your help, doesn't really need your support because they have built their own foundation. They're going to be good with or without you paying attention to them or arguing for them or giving your time, money, attention, energy, and focus to what they got going on. How much of it are they giving back to you? This is just a question I want you to think about. You're wondering why your shit isn't working. How much energy are you putting towards defending and advocating and writing for yourself versus how much energy you're putting towards defending, advocating, and writing for fill in the blank person that you admire? All those people, whoever that is, that person you admire, they got there by focusing on number one. You know who number one is? For every one of us is the same person, yourself. That's the number one person to focus on. Understand that success is selfish. It's cool to want other people to succeed. All right, that's a great thing. You give the energy of wanting other people to succeed, maybe you'll generate more energy for you to succeed. I mean, that's a law of karma, right? But you have to want you to succeed just as much as you want other people to succeed. In fact, my suggestion is you need to want you to succeed more than you want anybody else to succeed. If you want it more for other people than you want it for yourself, that should be a truth that slaps you in the face for you to understand why you're not getting the results that you want, because you're giving more energy towards other people's success than you're giving even towards your own success. And again, there's nothing wrong with contributing to another person's success or wanting somebody else to be successful. There are plenty of people out there that I want to be successful, and I will be happy when they succeed and not so happy when they are not succeeding, or at least it appears that they're not succeeding or they're losing. There might be an athlete, I watch them playing a game, I want them to have a good game. If they have a bad game, then I'm disappointed. But at the same time, I got to give more energy. I got to give just as much, if not more, actually more energy to my success and what I need to do than I need to give to anybody else's success and what they need to do. Maybe the only exception I can maybe accept is if you're talking about a spouse or a child of yours. Other than that, you should not be giving more of your investments, time, money, attention, energy, focus. It's from episode 609 to anyone's success other than your own. Success is selfish. Now, I know that many people will tell you the opposite of what I just said. That's the reason why Work on Your Game exists. That's the reason why this show ain't for or by most people. Most people will tell you, well, yeah, cheer for other people, want other people to be successful. No, if you, again, this is the law of karma. I'm not going against the law of karma. The energy you put out is the energy you get back. So if you're happy to see other people succeed and you're cheering for other people to succeed, that is a great thing. But understand something. The people that you're cheering for to succeed, how much of their energy are they giving towards you succeeding? And how much of your energy, if you have 100% pie of energy, how much of it are you giving to yourself versus how much you're giving out to other people? The 51-49 rule is that 51% of your energy, at least 51% of the energy that you're putting out when it comes to success, needs to be going towards you, not towards other people. Episode number 1282 is the 51-49 rule, helping people who help themselves. And even though the angle of that conversation, episode 1282, was about how much you should offer help to others, understand you can flip it around and put it on yourself the same way. Looking in the mirror, are you giving 51% of your energy to yourself, or are you giving it to other people? 51% or more, rather, to yourself or to other people? It's a simple question. And you pretty much, I think anyone who's listening to my voice right now, you know the answer to the question. Maybe you don't like the answer, but you know the answer. So if you're wondering why your shit isn't working, check yourself when it comes to that 51-49 rule, which is, again, episode number 1282. Point number 2. Today's topic, once again, is, are you your biggest fan, rather? When we are fans of other people, like being a fan of the Lakers or a fan of your favorite band who's up for an award at some upcoming award show, what happens is we live vicariously through those people. This is why when the Lakers win the championship, the Lakers got 12 people on the roster. They got their management. They have their coaching staff. There's not that many people who actually won the championship with the Lakers, but there are millions of people out there celebrating with the jerseys on and cheering and taunting and talking shit as if they won the championship. I get it. All right, this is the great thing about sports. The great thing about music and the entertainment industry is that as consumers, because we're all consumers on some levels, some more than others, we can vicariously live through other people's successes. This is just part of the human experience. We're social creatures. This is part of the game. I'm not knocking this at all because I'm a consumer just as well as you are. We look forward to seeing other people do what they do because it makes us feel happy. To see LeBron James dunk the basketball on somebody can get you just as excited as if you dunked the basketball on someone. All right, those are the mirror neurons firing and working on your behalf. We are excited when someone else succeeds, and we're pissed off when they don't succeed. If you watch something that's more of a solo game, like your favorite musician up for the best album nomination, you would be really happy if they win, and you're really pissed off if they don't, and you're trashing the person who did win. Solo sport like tennis or golfing or boxing, if the person that you like doesn't win, you're really upset. It could ruin your whole day or your whole week because that person didn't win, and you're really excited when that person does win. This is just how we feel. Again, this is the vicarious way that we can live through other people's successes or lack of success? And here's the question that I'm going to ask you then. All right. Being that you agree with all of that, right? These are just observations I'm making about life. I'm not knocking the fact that they exist because I'm susceptible to it as well. Here's the question. How often are you holding yourself to those same standards? I'm pausing there to give you a moment to think about it. Let me tell you what the standards are again. We live vicariously through that other person, meaning when they succeed, we feel like we won. And when they lose, we feel like we lost, even though we had nothing to do with it. We are excited when that person succeeds. We are really angry when they don't succeed. We even get mad at them if we feel that they underperformed. If you're a fan of the New York Knicks and the Knicks just don't seem to be playing very good basketball, you get mad at the New York Knicks because you know that they could be playing at a higher level than where they're playing at. Is this true or is this not true? We look forward to seeing anyone that we're a fan of. We look forward to going to the Beyonce concert because watching Beyonce do Beyonce things makes you feel happy. We get mad at them when they underperform. We live vicariously through their successes and through their failures. My question to you is, how often do you hold yourself to those same standards? Do you live vicariously through your own success? Do you look forward to seeing yourself do what you do? Are you excited when you succeed and angry when you don't succeed? Do you get mad at yourself when you underperform? Do you give yourself credit when you overperform? Do you attack random strangers on the internet who have something negative to say about you? Now, that's one you probably shouldn't do. All right, you just use the delete button or the block button with that. But how often are you holding yourself to these same standards is the question I want you to marinate on. How would it feel if you won? I know how it feels when your favorite football team wins or your favorite basketball player has a bunch of points in a game. How would it feel if you were the one that you were cheering for the same way? All right, could you bring yourself to cheer for yourself the same way that you cheer for other people? What would you achieve if you held yourself to the same standards to which you hold your favorite athlete or your favorite politician or your favorite author or your favorite online influencer or your favorite musician or your favorite actor or actress? If you held yourself to the same standards, if you expected just as highly of you as you expect of them, and if you were just as disappointed in yourself when you came up short as you are of them when they come up short, where would you be in life? How would things be different for you? What would change about your life right now? I mean, I'm not talking 6 months or 6 weeks or 6 days from now. What would change about your life right now if you started holding yourself to the same standards that you hold your favorite sports team or your favorite musician or your favorite accomplished person, whoever that person may be? How would your life change if you held yourself to those same expectations? Here's a question I want you to think on that when it comes to point number 2. Would it be different? Just would it be different, period? Because the answer is yes, and I'm 99.9% sure that the answer would be yes. That's telling you right there that maybe you're a fan of somebody else more than you are yourself. And you should really think about why that is. Point number 3. Today's topic is, are you your biggest fan? What is it? This is another question. What is it about the people that you're a fan of that makes you like them? What is it that they represent? Is it something that they do? Is it something that they said? Is it a way that they look? What is it? Is it their skill set? Is it their clothes? Is it the talent that they display? Is it the fact that they have defied the odds to be successful anyway? Is it the fact that not everybody likes them, so you're part of a small group and it's us against them? What's stopping you from creating that same energy within yourself and emanating it outwardly from yourself? So putting this question more succinctly, 2 questions more succinctly. What is it about the people that you admire, the people that you're a big fan of? What is it about them that you actually admire? What is it? Is it the way they walk, the way they talk, something they've done, something you heard about them, something that they said? Did you meet them once? What is it about them that makes you become a fan or it keeps you being a fan? And then the follow-up question to that is, what's stopping you from creating that same energy? What's stopping you from feeling the same way about yourself? The answer, I'll answer the question for you. The answer is nothing. Because the first place that you start with this is the being. It is not the doing. So you might say, well, I love the quarterback off my local football team, but I can't throw a football that far. He's 6'5", I'm only 5'7". He's 25 and in his prime I'm 43 and I'm not getting on any football field or playing any sports. That ship has sailed already. Understand that it's not about what you are doing. Or you don't need to do the Beyonce dance to have the same energy about yourself that you have about Beyonce. The first step is the being. What's the energy that person that you're a fan of, what are they emanating that makes you such a fan? And what's stopping you from having that same energy? I mean, you are a fan, so you know what this person is about. You know how they carry themselves, or at least what you see. There's a certain energy that you can describe about them that makes you like them. Or what's stopping you from doing the same thing with yourself? What's stopping you from standing in the mirror and becoming that exact same person? Again, being is the first step. Man, being is all based in the way that you see yourself when you look in the mirror. The doing are the actions. Maybe you can't throw a football 70 yards. You can't dance the way that your favorite musician dances. You can't dribble a basketball and make a three-pointer or a dunk, and you can't write a book. But you can have the same energy that person has that causes you to like them. Whatever it is you like about them, have that same energy within yourself. What's stopping you? The answer is nothing, because it all starts with the feeling. Being, doing, then having. I know that you may not have the same resume as that person, because if you did, then we'd be talking about you. You don't have the same wardrobe as that person. You may not even have any fans right now. But remember that those things, having a resume, building a resume, having a wardrobe, having a bunch of admiring fans, those are the last step in manifestation. The first step in manifestation is the being. Once you get the being down, then the actions will automatically follow. You still have to do them, but they do automatically follow. Then having those results, the fans, the rewards, the resume, whatever it is, that's the last step in the manifestation process. A lot of people focus so much on that, and they focus a lot on the doing, but they never ask themselves about the first part. This is what slows so many people down. And it's not that they don't want to do it, is that most people aren't even aware. They're not even aware that the first step in manifestation is who you are being. And then even the people who hear this and they kind of sort of get what I'm saying, they have no idea what to do with it. But this is the reason why, if you're listening to me right now, all you need to do is go to mirrorofmotivation.com. That's mirrorofmotivation.com. Get a free copy of my book called The Mirror of Motivation. The subtitle is The Self-Guide to Self-Discipline. And what that book is going to teach you is the frameworks for who you are being. You will have the frameworks in place to help you answer the question, who do I need to be? Then you'll be able to follow that up with the actions. That's why it's called The Mirror of Motivation, the Self-Guide to Self-Discipline. Then the last step is you'll get the rewards. You don't have to worry about the rewards. The rewards will find you because of the actions that you're taking. The actions happen because of who you are being. So you start with the feeling who you're being. What many people get slowed down by is being completely unaware of this and or having no idea what to do with it even when they are aware. But that's why it's my job to make sure I get the book, The Mirror of Motivation, in everybody's hands. And as of this recording, it's not in everybody's hands, so that's why I got to keep talking about it. So everybody in the world has that book. If you already have that book, you need to tag somebody who needs it, and actually you need to just let me know somebody who needs it, and then we gotta send them in this episode. We gotta send them a link to mirrorofmotivation.com. Actually, what you could do, let's just take a step away from that. Why don't you just go to mirrorofmotivation.com and then hit the share button on your smartphone, and then send that as a text message to somebody who needs it, because you know somebody out there needs it. Let's recap today's class while you're doing that. The topic, once again, is, are you your biggest fan? I talked about this in episode number 81. Are you even a fan of yourself? And the reason why this is an important topic is because these days, all of us can see what everybody else is doing. We can see whatever business other people want to put out there into the world, which can be very entertaining, and it can allow us to connect. There's a lot of great things that the internet does for us. At the same time, one of the drawbacks is that it becomes a distraction device, and that we are so distracted. I don't mean your smartphone. I mean the fact that we can see everybody's business or what they want to share of their business. It becomes distraction for us because we find ourselves paying so much attention to what other people are doing, we forget to pay attention to what we're doing. And you become such a fan of what other people have going on that you never focus on what you're doing, so you can never have fans yourself. So I want to help those who are interested in getting out of that position so that you can start being the biggest fan of yourself, and then you can show other people, you can demonstrate to other people how they can become fans of you too. Point number one, I wrote in my book, Work on Your Game, which you can get at workonyourgamebook.com. Some of you ride harder for, defending, and advocating for LeBron James or Beyonce harder than you even do yourself. Then you wonder why your shit isn't working. Listen, those people got there by focusing on themselves. They didn't get there by focusing on you. They didn't even focus on having fans. They focused on doing what they needed to do, and they still focus on it. And this is why the fans pay so much attention to them, because they are focused on themselves. I'm not saying they don't care about their fans, they don't get back to their fans, or they won't shake your hand or sign your autograph. The point is, they focus on number one, focuses on themselves. They understand this being, doing, having concept, and that's why you are so interested in them. You should learn from that. Point number two, when we are fans, like fans of the Lakers cheering when the Lakers win the championship, even though they're not on the basketball team, or your favorite band winning an award, we live vicariously through those people. We look to them doing what they do, and we feel happy. We get excited when they win. We get pissed off when they lose. We get mad at them when they don't do their thing. How often are you holding yourself to those same standards? And how would it feel if you started doing that? How would your life change immediately if you start holding yourself to the same standards to which you hold Beyonce or Barack Obama? Number three, what is it about the people you're a fan of that makes you like them? Is it their skills, their clothes, their talent, the fact that they defy the odds, the fact that not everybody likes them? How does it make you feel when you watch them, or even when you think about them, or read them, or wear something that has their name on it? And the question is, what's stopping you from creating that same energy within yourself? Nothing's stopping you, because this is not about what they have, and it's not even about what they do, because you might not be able to have what they have, and you probably don't have the same skills and talents that they have. But remember, you can choose who you are being at any time that you want. Anytime you can change your being. The next step is the doing, then the having part. But the being is the first step, which many people are either unaware of or they have no idea how to do it. That's why you can go get your free copy of my book, The Mirror of Motivation, at mirrorofmotivation.com. This is the thing that mostly slows people down. So when you're done reading The Mirror of Motivation and you're ready to take this whole being part and have an entire system for putting this into action, which then will translate into you putting your game out there, whatever that game happens to be, so you can actually get paid for your game, the actual ROI that you're looking for your game. So you can do it full time if that's what you want to do, and you can rest easy knowing that you have maximized your potential and you're actually doing what you want to do with your life, and you're doing the thing that you know you were meant to do. You need to join us at Work on Your Game University so we can get to work. And I don't mean now, I mean right now. Do that by going to workonyourgameuniversity.com. Work on your game. Dre all day.